The year is 1976. The country, the former nation of Zaire, a town called Yambuku, a hospital building no bigger than that. It started with a school teacher, and then it began to spread.
What did I know? I didn't know much coming into the project. It was totally new territory for me.
I thought it was bad, but I had, like maybe death, but I had no idea exactly what it did to people.
It started with a school teacher, and then it began to spread. It looked exactly like malaria. More and more people got sick. None of the malaria drugs worked. And then the patients started to bleed.
Just a lot of death, a lot of blood. That's really what I knew about it.
Something very scary that you didn't want to get.
It's called a hemorrhagic virus, and it spreads through the blood, which means pretty soon doctors and nurses were dying too. In the end, it killed 90% of those infected, making the Ebola virus one of the deadliest diseases known to man. And then, 500 miles across the border of Sudan, in a town called Nzara, it happened again. Our film is based on a number of true events surrounding the first outbreaks of Ebola and the doctors and researchers who risked their lives to try and stop it.
So we have two main characters who are James and Peter, who are the two WHO physicians, who are the first to make contact with this virus in the town of Nzara.
They're sent there to kind of investigate an outbreak. They have no idea what it is, and it's just massively killing people.
They try their best to contain the virus, but when James is accidentally contaminated, he has to live in the quarantine zone and watch as Nzara's mysterious illness becomes his own. This is where the Alfred P. Sloan Foundation comes in. Every year, the Sloan Foundation supports dozens of films that aim to put real science front and center. Their goal is to educate and inspire through entertainment. And that's our goal too. That's why last year, the Sloan Foundation awarded us a grant to partially fund our film.
Once we saw the scope of the project, we thought that it was absolutely necessary to raise the rest of the funds.
Nzara 76 is a complicated project. There is so much we need to make sure we are telling this story as realistically as we possibly can.
It's going to cost a lot to build the sets, to make them realistic, because that's probably one of the most important things that we can do.
So this hospital, this 1976 hospital out of Sudan, is actually being built on a stage. And essentially we're recreating this entire world.
And those prop elements and set decorations, if they're not right, you won't believe Peter and James's stories.
It's ambitious, but it's worth it to make sure we're telling the story as faithfully as we possibly can. This isn't just about a short film. This is about bringing real, exciting, and inspiring science to entertainment. And we need your help. Thanks for supporting.